Alright, so I figured I'd show this real quick. I got a lot of people ask me, and I don't have a video myself of it, so just kind of for reference, but this is going to be in the middle of my short course upgrade. So, I'm going to strap this tire, and to get this off, we're going to have to heat this up, because, you know, I would just go out and buy another set of JC Concepts rims and some more G-Locs and just buy them unmounted. I tried to buy them unmounted. When I got them, couldn't find them, so I stuck with these. So the look is what I want, but the ballooning is not. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I would get these off. Everybody says different methods, and these ones are going to be really easy in comparison to some of the other ones because there's no real fat overhang here. So it's just kind of a flat tire. So once I heat all this up, it's exposed right there. It should pop right off. But I got my timer out here. We're going to do it. I think it's roughly about 2 minutes that I want to go around it for, on which my settings on mine is high and low. So whatever kind you got, I usually do mine on high. So be careful if you do it on high. Keep it moving. That's what this is for, so I can keep spinning. You definitely want a surface or something. You don't want anything too big it's going to catch. You want it to be smooth, and you want to be able to go, you know, fluently and turn this thing. So we're going to start it, and we're going to hit it for 2 minutes. Gotta be careful. Make sure you, like, my keyboard is blazing right now, so you do gotta pay attention to that. Stop at 2. Careful with this. This thing's gonna be blazing. I just burned the back of my hand with it like a second ago when I set it down. Alright, so be careful again. It's really hot. This is 2 minutes. I don't know if this is gonna be enough or not. I didn't time it. Yep, this should be. Alright, get yourself something flat. Get in there. Tell you what, I'm going to hit it for about another. I'm going to hit it for about another 30 seconds. Alright, so I'm about 2 minutes and 40 seconds right now. Ideal time will probably be about 3 minutes for the remainder ones. Careful, like I could tell right away when I started doing this the first time that it was pulling and dragging. You gotta be very careful with that. You don't want to have that come off. So this is really hot, so I'm going to let it sit for a second. Alright, well with this one I had already done the rear before I decided I was going to film this part. So that's off there. It's off in the front. I should be able to just push this thing right on out. Oh, still got a little bit of bite right there. So I lost a little bit. I mean, a little bit's not going to kill you if you get a couple of the end pieces ripped off like that, especially right at the bead. But there we have it. Now I will get my acetone out, and we will clean up the edges. I'll clean up the rim, which is still pretty hot. And that's it, man. Ready to go, man. We'll be doing 90 in that SC10E before I know it. Alright, and we'll get back to finishing these up, and I'll get the upgrades going as well on that. Alright, so I had all this off, so I figured, I mean, I know I have a video on there already showing you, but this is real simple to do as well. I am going to strap these. This tire is a little different, so it's got all this raised platform in there. So I gotta be really careful when I do this. So again, with the heat gun, we're going to try this and get this about as good as we're going to get it. But I'm going to try to get that Gorilla Tape to stick down there. So we'll see how that goes. And heating it up should work, but we'll see. But I got all the glue off the lips. I got, this all cleaned up. There's a couple of specks here and there. I'll probably fine tune it before I do it, but foam's still good. Everything's good. We can go ahead and strap these and see how they do and how they hold up. I've already had this one open. I'm just trying to open it back up. I've already had alcohol. I rubbed it all down with alcohol. Made sure I got all the like dust, any kind of dirt and stuff like that. You're not going to get it all, but just like I didn't get all that glue. But for the most part, like I said, the heat gun with the Gorilla Tape is going to really help, and it's going to really help adhere down to this bottom. So even if you don't get it all, it's going to be so gooey with that tape, it should work. Haven't had any problems with it doing it this way, so. Trick is to try to get it all the way around with one piece. I don't think I made it. I think I pulled it off too soon. You also want to center this thing the best that you can. Pulling it and pushing down as I pull. Like I pull, open it up, and then push it down. Pull, open it up, and push it down, and that just makes sure it gets expanded the best way in there and lays the best, so you don't have as much folds and carryovers and overlaps. But like I said, this heat gun seems to work pretty good for smoothing those out too. So throw a little more heat on it. Again, be careful of your surroundings. We'll go with medium heat with this one. So now, the trick is, if you can pick it up and hold it, get back inside out. Now you can see how it's already getting like all rigid, like it's filling in those cracks, like it's actually down in those grooves right now, just kind of gooey. So we're going to take this and we'll press it the best we can. Kind of roll it as you go. And I'm kind of pushing in this corner too, so that I'm getting that tape into this inner lip. And then I'm going to turn it over and we'll do the same thing over here. Just kind of like pressing down with my pointer finger. And that should be a nice Nice, good. Well, you can see the goo right there. And you can see it's still stretchy, so I'm going to let this sit and cool. But it's stretching. It's holding on to that rubber right now. You can see that stretch. Like I said, I'm not going to mess with it. This one's good. It's got a real good like snake skin feel, which with this kind of tire it's going to have. I know it's adheres. I can see the goo, and I'm going to have myself a good strap tire right here. This one's going to probably look like that at doing 90 mile an hour, but we'll see. I don't know if I'll be able to keep it that flat, but we'll do a bench test or something as well and take a look at it before I actually get out there, because I'll probably do 2 of these and then I'll do the other 2 afterwards, but I'll do the bench test in between. So, but alright guys, I'll get back to it, and we'll check you out here in a little bit. Alright, I got everything done on 2 tires. So I finished up 2 of these, and I'm going to wait. I'm going to finish the other 2. I want to do a test and kind of see where I'm at now. I got a full battery charge. This is the same 65C battery that I had in it for the 83 mile an hour run. So I went ahead and strapped up 2 tires. You can see right here, that's what's ballooning up on me. And that's what's causing me a little bit more control issues than I want for pushing, 90 miles an hour almost, which, who knows, with these tires being down, it might take it down a gear. So I'm going to go back out for a barometer and see what we're at exactly right now, but at the temperatures after this next run are still down like they are right now. We're probably going to go with 21 tooth and see if we can't hit 100, or at least in the 95 area, which is probably what we would be depending on what we get out of this next one. So I'll take it up as much as the motor got, man. If this truck can hit 100 and I can do it, I might try it. I'm to the point right now where I was showing you with the tires, where now these 2 are done. You can see, and of course I showed you how to do them. It almost squishes like it's all one unit, like that. Like there's the hardest foam back there, and it's almost glued down to that foam, because when you squeeze it, it wants to buckle inward. But that's them being strapped, man. That took me a little bit of time. I did burn one of my rims. I think it was this one right here. I burned it because I had the heat on the area on the back side too long. I wasn't thinking about the inside, but I had it on my cardboard, and it singed in here. So what I did was I just took it and touched up that white. Brought up my white model paint and touched it up. You can't even tell. But still, it happens. So you gotta be careful. And that, I know it just showed how to do that. So just want to make sure we're all on the same page there. You gotta be careful with that. All right. So. Man, did that kill my battery? Yeah, I left my remote on. We're going to need a battery change first. I'm still running stock servo. Got that bang out yesterday, might make me need a new servo or something, but nothing came out of it. I mean, just caught the wheel and spun it around. Went into the brush a little bit, but hold tight. Don't really see anything damaged. Other than I did notice a little bit on my bottom, on my skid plate, which is probably from the curb. So, alright, here we go. Balloon test comparison. This is gonna. I gotta make sure I'm gonna do this easy, because I want to make sure I'm not going to hit the bottom there. I don't think they will, but we'll see. They're touching. Not even full trigger. Well, there you go. We still got ballooning here, but big difference. That will stay under my body. These will not. Wow, that's a huge difference. I tried to do that yesterday after that run, and it just wasn't enough juice. I could tell. And I mean, these things, I didn't get all the way down. It's like the run. It was starting to touch my bottom here, and I didn't want it to kick and grab. But yeah, these things would definitely pancake more than what that gap right there is. So that's nice. It's a big difference. I'm happy with that. I could have double aired it. I didn't think I needed it. Maybe for 100 miles an hour I need it, but if they hold up, like these did, these held up to 83. If this holds up for me still, it gives me a little bit extra room, I'll be over 100 miles an hour with these tires and be able to slam that trigger and let the gyro and the tires being strapped. I would have so much control. And then after my upgrades, when I add the sway bars and things, it'll give me so much more balance, which I may do before I ever go 100. If I do get 90 something out of a 21, I don't know if I'm gonna do that 21 prior to that or not. I think I would want my almost 100-mile-an-hour car to at least have some good shock oil and things like that in it. So I might take the time to actually do that before I push it anymore, because it does seem like 100 is almost feasible after the temperatures yesterday that I got on that motor. You know, they tell you ready to run units keep it under like 180. We're at 105 and 115, you know, after up and down runs of that. You know, back and forth enough to exhaust a 5,000 some battery. Is it 5,000 or 6,000? 5,000. But that's also, and I see the help again, there's that gyro kicking in, and you know, it helps definitely if you don't want to turn it on. And then you kick it on, and it does its job. But the tires, when they're ballooning like this, man, at that high speed, it was just, I could tell the difference. But this, like I said, even with this gyro straightening me out and keeping me as straight as it possibly can be, the tires ballooning like that were just way too much. So this is why you do this, to get results like that. Again, double taping maybe would have done a little bit better. I'm very happy with that speed. We'll give it one more look on the way out, but I'm very happy with that as a ballooning in comparison. I think we'll pick this up and see if I can do it this way. Let's get a look at it this way. Get that full balloon. It's a big difference. Oh my god. Ow. Yeah. Got a little too close there looking at that back tire. That's gonna leave a mark. Alright, either way, that's awesome though. Man, wow, that was so much more than I just thought. I'm glad I did that, because that is freaking crazy. That would have touched the bottom and then some, man. That right there, yeah. Don't, guys, these G-Locs, I love them. I'm gonna tell anybody out there that wants them, get them. But get them unmounted, which you can't do right now. Man, look at that instant already. Damn it. Get that, get them if you gotta mount them. Do like I just did, man. It took me a couple hours, man, and not even total. I mean, I was playing around watching a movie, getting sidetracked, checking Facebook. I'll probably have these two banged out here tonight under an hour and some, and that's with cleaning them, wiping them down, taping them, heating up everything, and putting them back on and getting them glued. And for these, you do got to kind of hold, for the G-Locs, you do got to kind of hold them pressed. You can get the rubber bands to put around them as well. They got nice spots for bands. But you know, I just held the face like this while I was watching the show. They're small enough tires, even for my 5/8 hands. You can hold them and press them for a little bit, and then do the backside. By the time, you know, that glue sets, everything's fine. And when you are gluing these, just make sure that, since it is such a flat lip, that you push it all the way up against that bead, because you don't want the tire bowing up. I had one spot which luckily I was able to fix, but I didn't catch it when I was doing it. So that's awesome, man. Like I said, this is it's a badass little Red Cat truck right here, man. I wouldn't recommend taking it off road and wrecking it, but I haven't had it other than these loose gravels. I haven't even almost had the chance of wrecking this thing. If I was driving it in a different area, you know, it's not going to flip on me. What's going to break? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm not running into something, what's going to break? It's not getting sideways on me. It's not getting upside down. And again, some of that's got to do with this, guys. And I'm trying to get out of here. But the difference is, I'm talking to a couple guys on my group, and the difference is what you just seen right here. These are these G-Locs. I have these tires right now. People can't do what I'm doing at 60 at what I can on this right now. So if you're having this truck and you're like, man, it's, you know, people are telling me it's wheeling up on them and all, and you know, the body's catching and it's just flipping, you know, anytime they get near top speed. That is because I have flat tires right now. Even these G-Locs are fat. They're very low profile. These are 2.8s. What comes on that truck is a smaller rim with more rubber. Plus it's a thinner, softer compound, and it's got the little beads. It's not a road tire like these are. And then on top of that, it's also not it's not as low profile. So strapping these just makes them even better. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to get out there. I'm going to do these tires up tonight, get everything ready. This is going out tomorrow, and then I can't wait to go up from there. But we're going to do one more just to see what I had. It might even break even with the fact that it's not sitting up, because I am going to lose some gearing on that at top speed. But be able to get all that trigger might make up for it. So we'll see where we're at, and then we'll go from there. But this is right now, man. This is what people are dealing with. If you got these, you need a tire like this. You can get a Pro-Line tire or something that fits it. You don't have to get a G-Loc or JC Concept tire. But if you do, just get a road tire and strap it. Get something unmounted and strap it if you're going to even attempt these speeds. There's absolutely no point of doing it if you're not going to take the time to make sure that your truck's stable. And that's what I'm running into now. Wasn't even planning on doing this. Was getting ready to start my upgrades, and then I decided to strap the tires as part of the upgrades to give me some better control, especially because I'm already considering going up to that 21 tooth and seeing if we can't push, if I'm 85 now, almost 100. If I can get 100 out of this truck and keep the temperatures down, I may even, depending on how fast I get there and how much road it took, I might even go up from there. I mean, I'll see what this truck's got. I will drive this motor if I have to until it no longer fits or goes up. But then even when it doesn't fit, we got the slide style, and I don't know how much bigger that's going to allow me to put on there motor wise, but it's definitely going to give me more easier access. I should definitely have that for now. My 5-minute or 7-minute job, 5-minute job, whatever it would have been yesterday, would definitely have been a lot quicker if it was 2 bolts off in my hand and then back on. So we would have cut that down in like 2-3 minutes changing a pinion. So that's one of the reasons why I want to think about this upgrade. Plus this piece is in aluminum, and that's a plus for me. But again, I haven't really wrecked it enough to be worried about it. I did worry about it, but I haven't really wrecked it enough to cause any damage. I don't recommend driving this truck as like a short course truck in any kind of form that I am right now. If you're getting this truck, this is no longer your off-road vehicle at where I have mine at. I might be able to take it in the dust, but these tires ain't gonna, or I mean dirt. These tires ain't gonna do no good though. They're just gonna slide and not give you any kind of traction. So it's real easy if you got that slide style mount. Pop it off, put your 16 tooth pinion on there, go out, tear up some dirt, with some different tires. This motor, I'm very impressed with this motor, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna start doing breakdowns on these, selling rollers to people, because there is plenty of room for the people that really want to take this platform and make a little bit more out of it. I don't know if I'm going to go there, although this gets you really speed hungry when you actually hit speeds like that. You get that need for speed. But if I don't go there, regardless, you got so much room there to do it if you want, and just go at it. I mean, the power that you'll be able to put in this chassis is awesome. But this motor, I'm thinking, like MT10E vehicles like that, man. Of course you won't be able to gear it the same way with the smaller tires and light things in it, but it's one of these trucks right now where that motor would power anything. I mean, look, I don't understand the gearing. It's got the same spur gear as the MT10E. Clearly we can't put as big of a pinion on there, and it is a little longer, so it's got a little more torque, and the tires are a little smaller, so I'm guessing that's the only difference making this be able to put out this kind of speed versus being able to do it into your MT10E. I know the bevels in the pinion gears and the diffs are a little bit different, which I know plays into it, but you're only talking, I think it's 2 teeth on the main spur and 2 teeth on the pinion. So you won't get 90 when I'm getting 90, but you might get 70 on your MT10E if you're trying to make it into like a little speedster road buggy, or if you have the E5 truck and you want to make it a little speeder buggy and get some tires like this or something to put on it. So guys, this motor is awesome. They got themselves a good one right here, and I can't wait to get some of these and get them out of the trucks and sell the rollers and be able to play with them motors and get them in people's hands and start seeing what other people want to start doing to push their vehicles with this power that you can get out of this thing. So alright guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I appreciate everybody watching, and if you guys have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll get back to I usually try to respond to everybody. It may not be right away, but next time you guys see this thing, hopefully Should be handling like a gem right out the gate. I mean, full trigger should be able to go and not have to worry about sliding left or right. So, all right guys, stay tuned. Thanks for watching.